just isn't gonna stop us having a bit of fun. So go and grab a cuppa, join in with the laughter with all your favourite comedy chums. They say two's company and three's a crowd, but with four you never can tell. We haven't got a clue, so we'll just assume that four's a crowd as well. Four's a crowd.
Hello, welcome to Four's a Crowd, the comedy panel show where our team captains and their guests battle it out to be the winners and return next week. Our losers are sent home. We're still stuck in lockdown here in Wales, but I hope you're all keeping safe and well. Thank you for joining us this evening. Pop the kettle on, get a nice cup of herbal tea, and join us for our quiz show over the next 30 minutes. I'm going to introduce our captains for this evening. Please go and welcome the fantastic Simon Emmanuel.
Hello, Drew.
Hello, Simon. How's he keeping?
All right, mate. Bit of a nightmare this week, mate. As you can see, I've coloured my hair. That's gone too light. I've toned my eyebrows. That's gone too dark. And I've shaved and too much has come off. So essentially, I'm one application of eyeshadow away from being Pat Butcher.
And I see you've got a pair of Pat Butcher earrings on there as well.
Well, mate, and you know, at the end of the day, at least Frank will love me, right? I'm not worried. It's fine.
And you can pick, if all our fails, you've got Roy to fall back on them now. So it's all good. Who have we got joining us this week, Simon?
I've got my comedy father, the fantastic Paul B. Edwards.
It's a winning combination.
And speaking of winning combinations, Paul, I love that shirt matched with your background. It's looking very smart.
Well, you know what? I've actually, for the more astute viewer, this is the third week running. I did wear the same thing 2 weeks running, but this is actually the same colours. It's white, black, and a kind of, I don't know, russet, perhaps. I think russet. Hi, April.
Hello, April. Yeah, if anyone is at home and wants to join in the fun with us, you can comment, pass your comments over to us, get involved live, and let's just say hi if you want, and hello, Ray, as well. We had a bit of controversy last week. On paper, you were the winners when we finished the show, guys. Did it feel like an empty victory?
No.
Well, I thought that we were very magnanimous, actually. I thought that we were extremely kind, really nice people, and deserving of probably starting with 1 point this week, you know, just to make it fair.
I'm glad you followed magnanimous up with kind then, Paul, because I didn't know what magnanimous meant. So I can barely say it. So I'm glad you sort of aimed high for our sort of university challenge viewers, and then the chase viewers had kind then. So that was good.
Come down just in time.
So let's introduce our returning captain, who's with us every week, Chris Choppin.
Hello.
Hello, Chris. How's it going?
Good, thank you. This week I've given up comedy and I'm now trying to be a social media influencer instead. So I'm not going to be very funny. I'm just going to try and plug some products during the show.
Any products you want to plug for us now at the top?
Yeah, sardines. Eat sardines. If you've not tried sardines, try sardines.
Does social influencers have to pay per word, Chris? Because I was very succinct and short.
I think now I've got it out there. They're going to send me some free sardines to have on post. I think that's how it works.
That's how it works.
Great.
Any recommendations about how you serve your sardines?
Yeah, you fry them in a bit of flour with a bit of salt and pepper in the flour, and then you make a dip out of sort of mustard, olive oil, and parsley.
That sounds very nice. I'm looking forward to your lockdown cooking book coming out, Chris, at the end of all this.
Thank you. Yeah, that's going to be on its way.
As I mentioned, we had a bit of controversy last week. Sort of as we finished the show, you were sort of dubbed the loser last week, Chris. But I think that was a bit unfair. How are we going to remedy that this week?
Well, not for the first time in my life I've been dubbed the loser, if I'm being honest, Drew. But I'm finally standing up for myself, and also wanted to save on admin. So this week I'm bringing back Sarah Bridgman.
Hey!
Yay!
The Bridgman.
A Slim Shady song. Guess who's back? Back again.
How are we, Sarah? Have we had a nice week?
I've had a lovely week. Can you see my fantastic? I've actually finished painting my spare room. So there's going to be a lack of cats this week, I'm afraid, but there will be an awful lot of green face. I can't figure that out. So, but yeah, I'm good.
Can I just check the lack of cat is nothing to do with the painting itself?
Oh, there might be a cat shape in the wall over there, but and I haven't seen one of them for a while, but hopefully they're okay.
Nice soft brushes.
Yeah, well, yeah, save a lot of money on brushes, isn't it? Slap a bit of green on the cat and shove it all over the wall.
Well, you proved that you didn't quite have room to swing a cat. It's done it perfectly.
Very true. Very true. Oh, can I just say hi, April?
Oh, yeah, she's trying to suck up because she knows she might have the winning point.
It all might be down to April again. Hi, April.
Well, yeah, but she's living in the past. It's May.
Well, after last week's controversy, I think it was only fair that we brought you back for round two. All the greatest clashes from history have had sort of second and third formats. Perhaps we end up with a third decider next week, possibly. Who knows? So, hello, Owen. Nice to see you. So, we go on with the show. Our first round, as always, is absolutely buzzing, where our competitors buzz in to guess the answer in a quick fire round to build some points. Simon, what's your team's buzzer going to be this week?
We don't change perfection. We're sticking with hey.
Hey.
Hey, and nod to all our Norwegian viewers out there. And Chris, what's your team's caption going to be?
Sardines.
Sardines, okay.
I was not consulted on this, and I'm a vegetarian, stroke vegan, stroke hopefully plant-based, but okay.
And you've got one of those fantastic pens with the 4 colours. So morally, you're winning this already. If it was points for morality, Sarah, you'd be well ahead. It's fantastic.
If you are a vegetarian, you can still buy some sardines and then just try and reintroduce them back into the wild.
I'll just post them to you in the bag that is still in my car.
Yeah, that's the idea, actually. Yeah. And you've got one of my Easter eggs.
Yes, well, you might have that Easter egg.
Hey.
So, question 1 for absolutely buzzing. Question 1, who was caught climbing Pen y Fan this week?
Sardines.
Hey.
Chris, was that the answer or your buzzer?
Was it Fathers for Justice? I think a lot of them have been caught with custody because of lockdown, and now they've changed their minds and they're like this. We don't want to see as much of them anymore.
No, it was actually a rogue family from Birmingham have travelled down to climb Pen y Fan.
I thought it was just all single blokes trying to get fresh Tinder photos.
Away from the van, at the top of Pen y Fan instead. Question 2, who is set to return to school on June the 1st in England?
Hey.
Paul.
Richie Sunak. Let's face it, he looks younger than Chris.
Simon.
He's only year 1, whatever it's called now.
Yeah, I'm going to give the correct answer. It's actually Donald Trump because he hasn't quite finished year 6 just yet.
Paul, was that a correct answer you had coming from you then?
What was?
Was that a correct answer you tried to give before Simon spoke then?
I'm so sorry, I was miles away. What was it?
Oh, that's all right. There we are. I was trying to give you a point then, Paul, but we'll move on from that. Chris?
Sardines. Was it school kids, reception and year 1 and year 6?
Yes, it is. Well done, Chris. 1 point to Chris and Sarah. What took place in Germany last weekend?
Hey, sorry.
Simon.
What did they try and reenact a famous Hollywood film, and it was called the Wolf of Berlin Wall Street?
No, it wasn't that. Chris.
Sardines.
Were they doing VE Day street parties?
Quite possibly, Sarah.
Is it absolutely nothing? We're all on a lockdown. Nothing's going on.
That's an answer.
No, it's not. Something did restart last weekend in Germany.
Hey.
Paul.
Glastonbury.
No, it was professional football, and I don't know if you've seen the
Oh, I
news
had
this
that
week.
down. I had Bundesliga down as well. Completely forgot. Sorry, I'm not really paying a lot of attention.
Korean team has been fined for filling their stands with sex dolls in the Korean league this week as well. So that's all. That's good. Question 4: Who did inhumane internet troll Katie Hopkins say we should clap for this evening at 8 p.m.?
Hi.
Hey.
I know
Oh.
this. Hi. The Third Reich. Bit German-centric, if you ask me. I'm surprised you've got a
No,
German
she's arranged that for Sunday at midday. Simon?
Was it Ian Huntley and Vlad the Impaler all in one? It's the sort of thing you do, isn't it?
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Chris, Sarah, any advances from you?
I thought it was literally anyone that would talk to her because they are heroes.
No, it was actually lazy bastard teachers. How dare she? It's a very rude thing to say, isn't it? And question 5, last question of this round. What is the capital of my favorite country, Djibouti?
Oh, sardines.
Chris?
Hey.
Is it
Jake.
is it the delicious taste of Thatcher's gold cider?
No, it's not, Paul.
I think it's shake. Shake your booty.
It is neat. That's very close, actually. Any guesses?
Midnight booty.
How is that?
The actual answer is Djibouti. The capital of Djibouti is Djibouti. Read into that what you will. So our score was after round 1. Chris and Sarah 1, Simon and Paul 0.
Yes.
Oh, no.
Yes, in.
So April, if you want to chime in, now some extra points for Simon at any time, feel free. That's what he's paying you for. Okay, question 2. Your question 2. Round 2 this week is our caption round. I'll display an image for our comedians to add a caption to. Audience, if you can vote on your favorite, funniest caption, the team with the most votes will get 2 points for that caption. So, audience, chime in with who you prefer, and we'll go in turn. Can we have image 1, please?
So that's a no, is it?
Here's image 1.
Oh.
Simon, what's your caption for this one?
Is the guy above Boris Johnson saying, Boris Johnson, this sheep is a bit like you because the hair disguises the shit?
Chris?
Is he saying, come on, I can't hang about for a haircut all day. I've got a country to run. Will it help if I help with the others first? Will that speed things along?
Paul?
Oi, fatty. If you spent a bit more time holding the sheep down and a bit less time eating them, you might slim down to the size of the girls next to you.
And Sarah?
Boris Johnson trains for new job after lockdown.
So, audience, whose caption did we prefer?
If this is where you're going to come, if this is April, this has got to be April, isn't it?
Yes, this is April's time to shine now.
April, remember, we have scintillating conversation. Whenever you message me, I always respond.
Are we going to have the winner from Chris? Chris.
Hey!
Yay.
That's 2 points for Sarah and Chris. On to our second image for this round, please.
Thanks, Ellie.
So we have some consolation votes here as well, but Chris was the winner. 2 points for Chris and Sarah. Can we have image 2, please? we'll go in the same order again. Simon?
Is Donald Trump saying, never mind coronavirus, you want to see what Elon Musk has done? This woman next to me is buffering.
Chris?
Is the woman on the left saying, just to be safe, I've got another one of these masks over my... And it's hard to finish that sentence on a family-friendly show, but it's a thing that Donald Trump likes to grab.
Paul.
Donald Trump teams up with the KLF for doctoring the facts.
And Sarah.
Donald Trump wears world's first invisible mask.
How come the comments don't have to be family friendly?
So, can we have the winner of that caption, please?
Do you think those masks protect against toxic masculinity?
Yeah.
Here we are. I think it's overall. I think Simon is all our amazing brother. To be honest, he's a pretty amazing guy. So,
one week I'm going to bring her on as my teammate. It'll be bonkers. Because what I'll do, I'll still make her text in at the same time.
So the scores after that round are Chris and Sarah 3, Simon and Paul 2.
Whoa, it's close. It's close.
Play for.
And hello to a friend of the show, Jim Howarth, commenting in there with his slightly X-rated comment. That's absolutely fine. So moving on to round 3, our usual round. It's my life. I'll read out 2 amusing stories. Does the story belong from my life, Simon's life, Paul's life, Chris's life, or Sarah's life? It's job of our teams to guess the correct answer. Our first story this week will be for Simon and Paul. I was in a nightclub with my friends and someone said that Bonnie Tyler was in the VIP area. We raced over to try and get into the VIP area to meet Bonnie, and she very kindly came out to meet us. But it turns out, while she was very interesting, she swanned off and left us with her very, very boring husband who just regaled us with stories about his business. Bonnie again came back and went inside without us, so we didn't get to see Bonnie or have any free drinks in the VIP area. It's an interesting story. It's an amusing story, but does it belong to myself, Chris, or Sarah?
I love that. I love that they've gone through the effort of getting into the VIP and you're stuck with the one person you didn't get in there to see. That is fantastic. That's like going on Tinder and matching with yourself. It's the one person you didn't want. You know what I mean? That's amazing. My personal opinion, or I think this is a Sarah Bridgman story. I feel like Sarah Bridgman would not only be a Bonnie Tyler fan, but she'd also be such a fan that she'd take the risk of getting caught sneaking into a VIP to meet Bonnie Tyler.
Any thoughts on this story, Paul?
I don't think Simon's old enough to get into. Sorry, not Simon. Chris is old enough to get in a nightclub. I'm not sure Simon is. But it does mean that I can discount Chris very quickly here, which brings it down to Drew or Sarah. Drew, you are a wild card, sat there in mission control, straight faced. And I'm thinking, does this look like the kind of man who frequents nightclub VIP areas? And I'm thinking, yes. And then I'm thinking, does this man look like the kind of man who goes a bit crazy for Bonnie Tyler? And I'm thinking, yes. And that's why I think it's also Sarah.
So Simon, team captain, final answer for this story.
Who likes Bonnie Tyler?
What do you mean, who likes Bonnie Tyler?
We all like Bonnie Tyler. Simon, we love Bonnie Tyler. Who does the story belong to?
It was just a tactic. I tried to Darren Brown people to see if I can get the answer. We're going to go for Sarah.
Person the story belongs to, please reveal yourself.
It's me.
Yeah, cool.
That would have been a perfect time, then, Sarah, to turn around. But there we are. I hope that was just a delay then, not that bombing badly. So our second story this week is aimed at
Simon.
Yeah,
Simon.
yes, mate.
Simon, are you thirsty?
Yeah.
Here goes then.
Thanks, mate. Cheers, Paul.
Beautiful. All right.
The magic of life.
Oh,
Don't pass me any filters, man. Or sardines.
Yeah, what you don't Watch you don't spill any of that on Sarah and Chris down there. So, story 2 this week is aimed at Chris and Sarah, but does it belong to myself, Paul, or Simon? As a child, I went to the beach and I was sunbathing on a rather hot day. I woke up several hours later from a sleep to be actually submerged under the water. The salt from the sea actually roasted my very, very badly sunburnt back. As I jumped out of the sea, a big flap of skin fell off my back, and it looked like a ghost trying to burn out a bodyboard on the water. I made such a fuss and commotion that my dad then gave me a rather swift clip around the ear for making a fuss and causing a scene. It's a rather traumatic story, and potentially illegal now in this current climate, but does it belong to myself, Simon, or Paul?
Oh, that's going to take a bit of thought. And when I'm thinking, I find it always helps to have the refreshing taste of Pepsi Max Cherry. So, story, from what I can tell, there's a story when they were a kid because their dad gave them like a clip around the ear. So I'm presuming they were still a kid at the time. And so I think that rules out Paul, because when he was a kid, they probably would have had those all-in-one bathers, wouldn't they? Sunburn.
But has Drew been near a beach? He lives up in the valleys. Does he know where the beach is? That's the thing.
Yeah, he has got that Valley's tan, hasn't he?
I think Simon is the only one that would sleep on the beach until the sea is covering his back. I think he's the only one that would sleep that much, really.
I can well imagine it. I mean, if he's not just that excited by being near the sea that he can't get to sleep, I think this sounds like a Simon story to me.
And he has got that pale skin. But then Drew is ginger, so...
Yes, well, yes, it's semi-ginger at least. So it could be me. So, Chris, final answer?
Yeah, I'm going with Simon for this one.
Person whose skin was badly burned and their father gave them something to cry about, please reveal yourself.
Oh, I've done it again, haven't I? Right. So that was the plan, to see how long I could leave that for. I do have to say, Drew, this is the third time I've been on this show. It's the third time you've picked my story, and it's the third time you've rewritten it and successfully taken out the punchline. I have to say...
I do apologise. I try to make it sound as natural as possible.
What in fact happened was Canberra Sands, 1977, the very hot year was 76, but 77 was another drought. And I was left to my own devices on the beach, fell asleep face down, woke up an amount of time later, thought being 7, I fancied a refreshing dip in the sea, ran in, screamed as the salt water hit my back, ran out again, an A4 sheet of skin fell off my back and floated off. My dad was furious with me for making the scene, smacked me and said, right, that's not going to make the sunburn feel better, but it'll take your mind off it. Which I found really harsh, but it was a valuable lesson. And one that you don't get anymore. But I did write that story in such a style that it might have sounded like Simon would have done it.
Yeah. And to this day, Paul has never let a sheet of skin fall off his back again. So he's learned his lesson.
I did.
Even Simon's sister in the comments guessed Simon.
I know.
Yeah.
What's like after me, genius.
Yeah.
Paul, I'm sorry for butchering your story. I'm not going to next week when I pick your story again, I'll make sure I get the punchline.
Now that's an assumption my team are going to win, Drew.
Yeah.
No, very, very true, very true. Perhaps we could just send a story in anyway, and I can try and get it right
And
this
we're trying
time.
really hard to lose. You're absolutely right, Owen.
So the scores after
Heard it here first.
the scores after that round are Chris and Sarah 6, Simon and Paul 5.
Oh,
How can that be? How can it be you're right and then you're wrong? What
You
are you
both right,
talking
right?
about? We were right and then you're wrong. What
I
is this?
apologise. Take that off. I got so wrapped up in listening to you, Paul. I thought they had it right. Scratch that off. It
I
is
understand
Simon
that.
and Paul 5, Chris and Sarah 3.
But I don't really think they should be getting points for us being right. I think
That's
that's
quite true. That's quite true. I apologise, and I apologise to anybody watching
it's
at
a good
home as
job
well.
I'm here, really.
Especially Simon's sister. And I was trying to play in with some extra points for Simon to sort of make up for it. So, moving swiftly on to our final round, perhaps our favourite round of the show, where we're joined by friends of the show, Sheep and Mash. This round is the almost sound of music. Sheep and Mash will play some music for our guests. You have to guess the lyrics and the theme tune. So, can we have the first video for Simon and Paul? Please welcome Sheep and Mash.
Yes, thank you, Drew. Here we are, Sheep and Mash, back again for week 6 of Forza Crowd. Why are you wearing sunglasses, Martin?
Because it's movie week, Mark.
Sing the Pearl and Dean theme, quick. 1, 2, 3, 4. Da 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 da. No, start again. Right, start again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Da 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 da. I just realised we're gonna be off sync. Just play it on the melodic.
Should I play it?
Yeah, just play it quick. Here we go. There we go. Yes, it's movies week here on Forza Crowd for our segment, which is usually almost the sound of music. Terrible name, but this week it's called movie week. Movie week with us, Sheep and Mash. What's your favourite movie, Martin? My favourite movie is Bridge Along the River Kwai because it's so action packed and a great story. What's your favourite movie?
I'd have to say Chicken Run.
Out of all the movies, you pick Chicken Run as your favourite movie. Why is that?
I just think it's a very concise film, and it does everything that The Great Escape tried to do in half the time and with plasticine chickens.
Yeah, it's quite a long film, The Great Escape. Yeah, okay, you made your point there. Just let's explain the rules quick for this week because it is a bit different. This week, what we've done, we've taken a very famous movie and we've acted out a scene from that movie. And underneath will be the theme tune from that movie. And you have to tell us what the movie is. And for bonus points, tell us what year the movie came out. Anything to add, Martin? I think that's everything, isn't it?
One for each team and no visual clue this week because it's a movie. It's visual.
No, it's visual anyway. So anyway, let's get on with the first of the things for Team 1.
Action! Sorry, it's only got squeaky or robot.
That's fine. Action. Here we go.
You stood on the shoulders of geniuses to accomplish something as fast as you could, and before you knew it, or knew what you had, you patented it, packaged it, slapped it on a plastic lunchbox, and now you want to sell it.
I don't understand this Luddite attitude, especially from a scientist. How could we stand in the light of discovery and not act? Och, the new.
Your scientists were so preoccupied with whether or not they could, they didn't stop to think whether they should.
The question is, how much can you know about an extinct ecosystem? And therefore, how could you assume you can control it? Dr. Grant, if there's one person who can appreciate all of this,
Dinosaurs and man, two species separated by 65 million years of evolution, have just been suddenly thrown back into the mix together. How can we have the faintest idea of what to expect?
I don't believe it. I expected you to come down here and defend me from these characters. And the only one I've got on my side is a blood-sucking lawyer. Oh, hi.
I was very much enjoying that, and I also forgot that we changed up the movie week this week. I'm having an absolute nightmare this evening. I agree, Ellie. That Scottish accent is flawless. Nearly as flawless as the duct tape beard as well. It was all going on there. Buy meat paste. Simon and Paul, what are your thoughts on that?
Well, firstly, I'm glad it went on for a little while because my first initial thought was ground force. And I know that's completely wrong, but it was something about the music. It sounded a bit do-do-do-do. So, I mean, my guess now obviously is Jurassic Park.
Paul, are you in agreement there?
Well, I don't. know which one's sheep and which one's mash, right? But
Sheep
one of them
is one.
dressed himself up like me. And I thought that was really flattering.
He nailed it.
Really kind of him. Now, I did also think that there was really seriously, this was clearly dealing with dinosaurs of some sort. The word dinosaur was a giveaway.
That was a massive slip.
I'm going to go with the first exotic marigold hotel.
Okay,
But
so we
you know more about films than I do. Oh yeah,
Right.
and well, guess the year as well, don't we?
I think. I mean, I'm going to go Jurassic Park. I'm going to guess the year. I'm trying to work out when I went to see it in the cinema. I'm going to guess it was 1998.
Ooh,
Right.
that's a good guess.
Well,
a good guess. So
hold
we're
on.
going for.
Well, you gone with the film. Shall I go with the year and then it's even, isn't it?
Yeah, go
Well,
on. You go for the year.
yeah.
Do you think it was earlier?
I think it might have been a bit earlier. Not
Okay.
a lot earlier, but a little bit earlier. Maybe. I'm trying to remember who I didn't go to watch it with because I was supposed to go and see it with someone. And I didn't really want to go. So I did make an excuse like I'm washing my hair. You will know the irony of that and why I wear hats. I'm going to go 90. I think we're getting some help from April. Right. And Ellie, they're going earlier as well. I'm going 1996. Tell you what, I reckon 96.
96, yeah.
So Jurassic Park, 1996. We'll just pause that for a moment. Video 2 is for Sarah and Chris. Can we have video 2, please?
And let's keep it rolling. See movie term then with the movie 2 for Team 2. We'll shout action again. Action. Here we go.
Sarah, we know each other for years, but this is the first time you come to me for help. I don't even remember the last time you invited me to your house for coffee, even though our wives are friends. You asked for too much.
I ask for justice.
The court gave you justice.
What?
The court gave you justice.
An eye for an eye.
But your daughter is still alive.
Then make them suffer as she suffers. How much shall I pay you?
Take the justice from the judge, the bitter with the sweet, Bonacera. But if you come to me with your friendship, your loyalty, and your enemies become my enemies, and then, believe me, they would fear you.
Be my friend.
Good. From me you'll get justice. Someday, and that day may never come, I would like to call upon you to do me a service in return.
Again, another fantastic video there, and no expense spared with special effects. So, Chris, Sarah, any initial thoughts?
My initial thought is, how come our film was from an era, but possibly before even I was born, and Paul and Simon's film is much more recent? That's my initial thought.
Mm-hmm.
Well, just before you go any further there, they did try to give you our points last round, so shut up.
Yeah.
Boo. What do you think? I think I know this film.
Okay.
Well, I don't know. It looked like one of those kind of Pixar sort of animated things.
It's very lifelike. That is
Yeah.
amazing how they did that.
But if you have a better idea, then I'll bow to you on it. I don't know.
I think it was The Godfather.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it was either 1973 or 76. So it's between possibly 75. Not sure. Because they had the third one by 81. So I think it was about that kind of time. Unless they pull a sneaky, and that was from the second one. But with the tissue, I think that had to be more than
Sarah, if I may butt in here.
Can I stop you, Paul?
How come you lost an entire memory of 74 and 75 and went straight from 73 to 76. They
Well,
seem to be very early drug years.
very early, considering I was only born in 73. So I think, unless my mum was ill, I would have been on some very mild drugs. But yeah, I don't know. I think possibly it was made the year I was born, which is where I got 73 from. But I also think it's a bit early, so I think it might be 76. I don't know.
Okay, Chris, what final thoughts as a captain?
Chris.
Yeah.
I'll be your godfather.
Quite unwell. And when I'm feeling unwell,
Just put you off, Chris.
And when I'm feeling unwell, I take aspirin. Try aspirin.
Saudi in favour?
I think it was 75.
Ooh, okay. I'll go with you, Chris. I'm not sure. I'm just guessing.
So we've got Jurassic Park 1996 and we've got The Godfather 1975. Sheba Mash, please can you reveal the answers for us?
And there we go. How do you think you got on, teams? That is the end of the music, the movies round.
That's a wrap.
That's a wrap. Yeah, oh, that is good. That is good. I wish I'd thought of that. If that's a wrap of the movies round, that is good. Do you know the difference between your runners and your directors? Well, we're going to find out now. Well, we're not going to find out because this is more about, like, movies themselves. But it doesn't matter. Anyway, on to the answers. The answer to question number 1, which was for team 1, film 1, was Jurassic Park. And what year did that come out for the bonus point there, Martin?
Jurassic Park came out in 2015.
No, I don't think it did. That's Jurassic World you're thinking of. Different film. Different film.
I'll check now, mate. How do you spell Jurassic?
J-U-R-A.
I got it. 2003.
No, I think that's Jurassic.
No. Yeah, it's a different one. 1993 it was.
That's it, 1993.
So that you said that, you get a point, a bonus one.
You get a bonus point if you said that, yeah. And the answer to question number 2, which was for team 2, was the film The Godfather. And what year did that come out, Martin?
1972. Remember it well.
That one.
Remember watching it. I mean, remember watching it.
Remember watching that well. Yeah. So if you got that and you got the year, you get a bonus point and all that jazz. And I'm sure Drew will explain it. And that is the end of the movies round. That's a wrap. That is a wrap. So there we go. Anything to add, Martin, for the credits before the credits roll?
No, you've annoyed me now.
All right then. Let's call it a wrap again. Bye, folks. Bye.
There we go. So we had the movies right, but we had the years wrong. So that's 3 points for each team. Thank you very much, Sheba and Mash. I very much enjoyed that. And perhaps next week I'll remember the correct round to be doing. So after our final round, our final scores this evening are Paul and Simon 9, Chris and Sarah 5.
He just made that up again, hasn't he?
We just got 3 for that round.
Complete.
Yes.
So we should have 6.
I can't figure out how this is a fix, but the odds are usually stacked against me. So,
Chris, I don't know how you can say that, having had 3 weeks in a row, having 2 people as your other contestants.
During that last round, I was distracted by Ray Turner showing off about his lunch in the comments section.
That last round, Chris, I was distracted by you.
Ellie will be having words with you now, Paul.
So, Sarah, unfortunately, coming back for round 2 this week, you've lost. I think it was 6 points. I think you are right, but I'm struggling a bit today. I got a bit of a bit run down this evening, I think. So I am sorry, but whether it's 6 or 5, you've still lost by quite a margin. So
Oh, Drew, I've had a lovely time though.
It's been lovely having you. It's been a pleasure having you, and we all say goodbye to Sarah. Bye.
Bye.
So, Chris, another week, another defeat.
Yep, but it's okay. I'm going to cheer myself up with some Disney Plus, because whoever you are, whatever your story, Disney Plus has got something for you. Just $5.99 a month.
And Simon, victorious again. I think Paul is having a very good influence on him.
Yeah, mate, I mean, we run the risk of me getting very arrogant now. I can see me walking around wearing white trousers soon. One of those sorts of guys.
Look, it's very much boom and bust with you, isn't it, Simon?
Yes.
It's like you had a terrible run. Now you can't do anything wrong. Expect disaster next week.
Well, we'll be seeing you both next week. And Paul, like I said, I promise I'll get your story bang on next week. So thank you to all our audience.
It's going to be my story again.
That was the joke, Paul. That was the joke.
Sorry, I'm a bit old.
So thank you to our guests, Sarah Bridgman, Chris Choppin, Simon Manuel, and Paul B. Edwards. Thank you very much to all our people watching and contributing to the show. And big thank you to Jug Pit. Thank you very much for tuning in. We'll see you next time. Good night.
Cheers.
Bye. Thank you. Bye.
The coronavirus isn't gonna stop us having a bit of fun. So go and grab a cuppa, join